Hello everybody, it's me Ryan here, or I'm an Productions 34, and welcome to the speed build and review of the Rebel Alliance Battle Pack. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and show you the build of this set. The build was rather quick, it only took me about 10 minutes, so we'll go ahead and talk about the set details here. The set number is 75133. It's called the Rebel Alliance Battle Pack, includes 101 pieces, and retails for $12.99 here in the United States. It has the standard Battle Pack box. This one is not the thumb one though, this one was taped on, so some of the Battle Pack boxes are different from each other. Some of them have the thumb thing, some of them are taped. The instruction booklet is normal size now for Battle Packs. Just kind of has the box art on there. And the back of the instruction booklet shows you all the figures you get with the normal sets from the spring line this year, or from the March sets, the spring line January sets. So kind of cool back there. And of course you can win Lego by completing some survey or something. That I'm not aware of anyone that does that. So yeah, the set itself is pretty cool. The back of the box shows off some of the blueprints and features of the set, which are very few. It's basically a couple of stud shooters. Shows the minifigures around the set and all of the accessories you get with the set. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the minifigures, and then we'll go ahead and see what the speeder can do. The first figure we're going to take a look at is the Rebel Trooper from Star Wars Battlefront. That's what these figures are based off of course. He's pretty cool. I like him. He has a booster pack around his back with a new printed tile here, a 1x1 tile. Kind of cool looking. On the front he's got a new printed torso, new printed legs, all really cool. I like them, or at least as far as I'm aware. I haven't seen them in any other figure that I can remember. He has a new helmet, might be a new mold, but definitely a new print. Again, I haven't seen this on anything else, so it's very likely to be new, especially Star Wars. He has a cool little face. Nothing too special here, it's just a single-sided face. But it is a pretty cool looking face. I like the brown eyebrows with the black mouth and eyes. I think that kind of goes well together. His booster pack is basically one piece with this tile added and a couple of studs here, blue studs here, to, you know, kind of show that he's flying around like, you know. And then of course he has the typical stud shooter on the front of his weapon, or as his weapon, sorry. So just a stud shooter as his weapon, so nothing too special there, but yeah, pretty cool figure. I like him. We're going to go ahead and take a look at what's next. The next figure from this battle pack looks a lot like Cad Bane. He has a very Cad Bane-y look to him. If they gave him the Cad Bane hat, I'd be convinced that he was Cad Bane. He has the same booster pack, the light bluish, or the dark bluish gray, my apologies, with the tile, the printed tile there. So same booster pack, got some new printing on the front, I believe, some bandolier, little pockets, you know, nice little details, some belt printing, and he has the stud shooter. His head mold, or his head printing, is what I like the best here about this figure. That's what sets him apart from the other figure, really. Kind of a cool little mold. It's got red eyes with the blue face, kind of matches well. I really like that. So pretty cool figure. Again, would kind of look cool in numbers, but not really sure if that's something I'd be into as far as collecting a Rebel army, because this is from the Battlefront game. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the next figure, which is a very plain figure if you ask me. And here is the Rebel Trooper. This is the only figure with his name printed on the box. He has a pretty cool back printing. It looks like a hood here. I like that. I think that's a pretty cool little detail around the back of the figure. On the front of the figure you've got pretty much the same printing as you've seen on the other figure. You've got a same torso here from the Cad Bane looking guy and the same legs from the other figure. So it's basically a mix match from the other two figures, and with a different face and helmet or hat. He's got the little Hoth goggles that we've seen from the Hoth sets a lot. And I dropped them, but I can get them. And you can just take them off and put them on the next one down. And then he's wearing his goggles. Kind of cool. Kind of a little big and clunky, but it looks cool nonetheless. Pretty simple figure. Nothing too special. Don't love it. Don't hate it. Just kind of is what it is. So let's go ahead and move on to the next figure. Who looks a lot like... He also looks a lot like Anaconda Farr from the 2009 Separatist Shuttle set, if you remember that figure from the Clone Wars. So kind of cool in that regard. I'm not sure how new his head mold is. If it's new at all, it might just be a new print on a different color. So that's just something to be aware of. His ears look cool. I really like how they've done this. It's really got a lot of ridges on it, a lot of detail to it. Very cool for Battle Pack. The torso, again, I believe this is just a mix match from the other figures. The torso is the same from that guy, and the legs are the same from the Cad Bane looking guy. So you get two of each figure basically, and then it's just kind of swapped around with the body parts. But yeah, got some light tan arms, looks like brown hands, and the stud shooter, of course, as the weapon. Around back, we've got some back printing, nothing too special. No booster pack like on the other figures, and just kind of a plain head. No hoods or anything, sorry. But if we can get that off, that's what the bottom looks like. So kind of cool looking under there. Shoot. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the set so I can show off the features of the speeder. Here is the Rebel Alliance speeder. This is really cool. I really like this. I think it's a much better speeder than some of the ones they've built in the past. It's a little bit more bulky, has a little bit more to it, can hold two figures. I generally like this design a lot better than some of the older ones. It's sturdier, you know, stuff like that. There's a lot of little things that they did right with this speeder. The first thing you can do, I mean, basically it's just a couple of stud fire or stud shooters, but you can put on a couple of your figures here. You can put on the pilot. These are the two without the booster packs on their back. So the kind of Greedo or Anaconda Farr looking guy, and the other guy that comes without a gun or a booster pack. It's just like a Rebel Alliance trooper. And being a Battlefront battle pack, this is pretty cool. I like to see this. This isn't going to be something I'm going to get a ton of. Unless you're really wanting to build an army of these, you're really not going to probably want a ton of these either. They don't really go with anything from the movies. They're just kind of something from Star Wars Battlefront that you can throw together and have fight your other Star Wars Battlefront battle pack. Kind of little engine details here on the back. The stud shooter here is kind of cool. Like the whole holster for it. It's a kind of a new piece to me here that holds it. So I like that. You can't really make the minifigure hold the thing here, or the handle, so that's kind of frustrating. It doesn't really work the way it should, in my opinion. But it looks cool nonetheless. On the front, you can see it's held together, so these aren't flimsy at all. And this kind of has a nice pearl silver color to it. I like that. The printed little control panel here, that's one of the older control panels that you see. Very common. You find them in Pick-a-Brick too, so nothing special there at all. You can also make the minifigure hold this little handle. Barely. Make him hold it. Looks kind of cool like that. He's kind of holding it and shooting at the same time. And then on the right side of the ship, there is another stud shooter. A couple of these on the bottom, so you can slide it across Lego, no problem. But yeah, this stud shooter, you just push it in and it'll shoot. Shoots rather far. The stud shooters are pretty good. I'll give them that. The stud shooters definitely shoot, unlike the flick-fire missiles, which were frustrating and hard to get to work. The stud shooters are a large upgrade from those, so it's nice to see those on here for playability. So yeah, that is pretty much it for my review on this set. I think you should definitely get one from, if you have the game Star Wars Battlefront. But if you don't have the game, it doesn't really go with any of the movies, doesn't really go with any, the speeder's cool. If you want the speeder, this is a good set for that. But other than that, there's really nothing else to it, so yeah, it's really kind of a toss-up whether you should get it or not. I'm not going to recommend it, but I'm also not going to say you shouldn't get it for $13, so maybe find it on sale for $10, or maybe online for cheap. It'd be a good pickup, but other than that, that's about it, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my channel if you haven't already. I got lots of cool videos and reviews already out and coming out soon. And yeah, so thank you all for watching, and peace out.